Hi everyone, this is Jama Malmi from jamamalmi.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this cute little gift container and card. So I'm going to start with the card, and I used Close to My Heart's Flower Market cartridge to cut out the Gerbera Daisy for both the card and the little container. And this card is a 5x7 size. I wanted the flower to be really big and bold on the card and be the focal point. So the black polka dot cardstock is paper from Close to My Heart's, one of their retired paper packs, but there is a cute black and white striped paper in their basic fundamentals pack that would also be really cute for this card. There's so many black and white papers available on the market too. And then that vellum piece that I cut slightly narrower than the card is also from that same paper packet that's retired. And I adhered the vellum, I folded it over and adhered it to the back so that you wouldn't see any of the adhesive on the front. You could put little dots of adhesive behind where the flowers would be if you wanted to, but this held it just fine. And I taped it around the back of that cardstock before I glue it to the card base. So now I'm showing you what I do to add a little bit of dimension to those Gerbera daisies. I'm taking my bone folder and I'm just slightly curling the edges. I'm going to speed it up here now. In the file, you'll get all of the different pieces at the proportionate sizes, and then you can size the flower to what you want for the project that you want. So I think I cut this biggest one at 3.5 inches. And then once I size that, all of the other layers will layer on top just perfectly. I used some pink scraps from my stash that I wanted to get that really bright pink color. If you did, these are not Close to My Heart cardstock colors. However, the great thing about Close to My Heart colors is that their cardstock is now a darker color on one side and a lighter shade of that same color on the back. So if you used one sheet of cardstock, you could get 2 colors from that. The file for this flower on the cartridge has you cut, I think it's like 4 different colors, but I just did 2, and I think that worked just fine. Gerbera daisies do actually have more of a brown or black center, but I wanted to do yellow because that was my friend's favorite color, and I just wanted to add a bright element to the card. So I am now going to stamp the sentiment, and I'm using this fabulous February stamp of the month called Sunny Thoughts, and I love this stamp set. It's got some really great sentiments for birthday and thank you and just general feel-good sunny sentiments. So it's great to have a set like this that has so many different options, and I love the script writing. The set is only available in February, so if you're watching this after February, it is no longer available. But during February 2018, it is only $5 with any purchase on my Close to My Heart website of $50 or more. And there's a different stamp of the month every month, so this one happens to be a really fantastic one. And there are always some really great ones that are so different. So I stamped it in two different ink colors because I was not sure which one I would like. I ended up liking the black. I think it's a nice bold statement that I wanted to make. And I use archival black all the time instead of our normal black because it's just a really bold, pigmented black. I love the archival black. And I never use my regular black ink pad. The only downside is that it stains your stamps, but that doesn't bother me. I can still clean them and they'll still be clean, but they just have a little bit of a gray tinge to them. So I am mounting it onto some pink cardstock, the same color that I used for the dark pink on the flowers. And this cardstock actually has some texture embossed into it. That's how it came, with polka dots. And now I'm going to glue the card onto the card base and start assembling. I decided that the flower needed a stem. I didn't cut one originally or think that I wanted one originally, but I cut some from some scrap green cardstock that I had sitting in my stash. This was a great card to use my scraps on. And I just freehanded that because a Gerber Daisy stem is so simple, and it ended up looking perfect. It looks like it could have been a Cricut-Cut. Plus, flower stems are never perfect anyway, even if you didn't get it absolutely perfect. And a lot of it's hidden, so you can't even tell. So once I get all of this assembled, I'm going to work on the inside of my card. I just started working on the insides of my cards lately. I used to just leave them blank, but I kind of like having that extra something special on the inside. Oh yeah, I'm going to embellish now. So embellishing always takes me so long. I don't know why. I am a perfectionist and I like to get the placement of the gems just perfect. So I'm speeding this up more, and I actually cut some out just because my process for adding gems is ridiculously long. I thought I might want to add some of those make wave sequins, but I ended up just using plain clear gems on this, and I like the way that turned out. So, and then I'm using some shimmer brush to add some shine to the center of the flower. Close to My Heart shimmer brush is just like the Wink of Stella shimmer brushes. However, it holds more, it has more in it, and it's a lower price point. So I love these brushes. And we have a clear shimmer and gold shimmer. And then there's a new Bashful shimmer too that's available just this year, because Bashful, which is a light pink, is our color of the year. So I put some shimmer on the front of that vine, which is going to go on the inside of the card, and then now I'm using a glue pen to add some adhesive to the back. I thought with the dainty little cut that a glue pen would be the best option for adding the adhesive, and it worked just great. And then I'm going to stamp another sentiment from that February stamp of the month right inside with pixie ink. And these stamp pads are our old style stamp pads. Our new ones are bigger, and they have a magnetic closure that's easier to open now. You can see them on the bottom of my stamp pad stack. So now the card is done, and I'm getting that Enfamil canister out. So what I did was I measured how tall it was from the bottom and up to where the lid stops. So I'm not going all the way up. You want to make sure that the lid can go on without damaging the paper. And then the 12-inch paper did not quite go all the way around, so I cut another little tiny strip just to cover the seam that was going to show. And then I put lots of adhesive, especially along the edges of this paper, so that it wouldn't curl up or anything like that once I put it on, and it stayed put really, really well. You could stamp on this first, and if I had more time, I would have, but I was doing this at the last minute, of course, before going to a little get-together for her birthday, so I did not stamp. But this cardstock happens to have some texture to it, so it does add a little bit of interest. So I am just going to carefully wrap that around, and I'm lining it up with the bottom of the canister and pressing down as I go. And then once I get it all the way around, I will press it all the way around to make sure that it's good and stuck on there, and it was. And it's holding those cookies just perfectly, and I put them in a plastic bag first just to keep them nice and protected. And since there was formula in this bottle before, even though I washed it, I just wanted to make sure they were protected. And now I'm going to assemble this second Gerber Daisy exactly the same way, so I'm speeding it up some. And this one I cut bigger because the top of the canister is bigger. I wanted it to cover like the whole top of the canister. So I don't have the lid here right now because I actually ended up spray painting it black, and so it was out in my garage drying. But at first I thought that maybe I'd use some of that polka dot paper going across the top, and I cut it to size, but I liked the spray painted look better. So here is the finished product of the lid, and now I am putting her name on the envelope. I'm using this cute handwriting stamp set from Close to My Heart to stamp her name. And then this is another cut from the Flower Market cartridge that I used as a ring to go around her name. Her name is Anna, so there's just 2 different letters, so I just put the A and the N on opposite sides of the little 1-inch block, and that worked just perfectly. Stamped them in the archival black ink again, and then I'm using a glue pin once again to adhere this dainty little cut onto the envelope. So once I get that on, then my envelope is complete. I didn't get any still pictures of it complete, so I'm freezing this. I freeze the frame a little bit. So here is the finished look at my card and the little container. They were super cute and my friend loved them. So I hope you enjoyed. If you would like the Flower Market cartridge, you can shop on my Close to My Heart website at jmamalmi.ctmh.com. And please visit my blog for more information. Thank you.